We're about halfway through the season of College Football 25, and we already got some pretty big rumors circulating as to what we can expect in College Football 26. Now, with College Football 25 being such a massive success and even being a bigger success than EA themselves had anticipated, that bodes well for the future of the series as they're going to have more resources to put into the games that are going to follow 25. And with that game coming out this summer, it's about 7 months away, there's already a lot of rumors circulating because they are hard at work on the next version of the game. They've been working on it now for at least a couple months. Now, if you are new to the channel and you never want to miss out on any of the updates or news surrounding this game, make sure to subscribe and turn the bell icon on because I drop news for this game every single month. In fact, we're going to have a big update for this game coming very soon, and you're not going to want to miss out on that information. Now, a couple months ago, EA did put out a survey and sent it out to a lot of College Football 25 players, asking them what kind of things they thought were most important to be in the next game. So some of this is kind of taken from that, but also now that some months have passed and people are starting to talk on the inside, I'm pretty confident of a few things that are going to for sure be in EA Sports College Football 26. Not only did they send these surveys out to a lot of players, but some of the things that they had on this survey were things that they themselves had already hinted at even before College Football 25 dropped, hinting that some of these things will not make it into that version of the game, but would likely be in a future version of the game, which usually when they say something like that, they mean it's going to come next year. And some of these things are things that were even in NCAA 14, so they're pretty much expected to be coming to the franchise. But with 25 being the first game back, at some point, there is kind of a cutoff date for when you have to stop putting things into the game and start getting it ready to release, and not every single thing can make it in. So based on all the info that we have and the rumors that are going around, I'm pretty confident in these 5 things making it into the game. The first of which is high school in Road to Glory. Now, Road to Glory was a lot better in the older NCAA games, and that was kind of the thing that I think most people had issue with 25, is that Road to Glory just didn't feel like there was enough there. Now, I thought the whole aspect of managing being a student athlete was kind of cool, how you wanted to split up your hours between certain activities. That was cool, but I think not having the high school portion there, although to me it wasn't the best in the old games, it's still something that feels like it needs to be there. Now, my recommendation is when they bring high school back, I want them to make it maybe just a tad bit more challenging because it was so easy in the previous NCAA games that it almost, to me, felt like a chore to play through. However, a lot of people wanted to play through that. Even though it was easy, they liked that aspect of the progression. So high school is one of those things at the top of the list for 26. I'd be very surprised if this wasn't in the game. Based on the surveys and the rumors that I've heard, we should be getting that Road to Glory built out a lot more this year. And with EA also recently announcing that they're trying to bring people on to the team that are experienced in MMOs because they want to create some more open world stuff in their games, that is something that would probably take place in a mode like Road to Glory or Superstar mode in Madden. Now, that's not going to be in the game this year. That's probably still a few years away. They have announced it for their soccer game, but this is something they want to put in their American football games as well. So them further building out the Superstar and Road to Glory modes in their football games is definitely something at the top of their list. And when you look at Road to Glory for college football, the main thing it needs right now over anything else is that high school kind of prelude into college. So I feel very confident that we're going to be seeing that in 26. Now, I'm going to continue on with the rest of the list, but really quickly, here's a word from today's video sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Raycon. Now, I've been rocking with Raycon's everyday earbuds for a while now, but they recently made some upgrades and made them even better. They now feature a 32-hour battery life and multi-point connectivity that lets you pair with 2 devices at once. Raycon's everyday earbuds also come with active noise cancellation, which is a big deal for me. Like if I'm on a flight or if I'm playing basketball out back or going for a walk with my dogs, I like to kind of tune everything out, and Raycon makes that very easy. And what I really love about them is just how easily they fit in my ear. They're very comfortable. No matter how much I shake, they don't fall out, which is a problem I've had with other earbuds. Some other features I love about the everyday earbuds are the fact that they have a new quick charge function, which means all you need is 10 minutes of charging to yield 90 minutes of battery. That's huge. And they also comfortably fit the widest range of ears, and they come with a bunch of optimized gel tips for a cozy custom fit no matter who you are. I've also been loving these cool protective case colors. Now this one right here, I got kind of a unique design right here. They come in all different types of designs, you know, whatever your style is. But what I like about it is that you can actually put your charging case in here, and it's going to protect it. So like if you drop it or anything, you're going to be good to go. This thing is pretty thick, and it's going to protect your case and your earbuds. And the best part about it is these protective cases support wireless charging. So I don't even have to take this protective cover off in order to get 90 minutes of battery life in just 10 minutes of charging. And to be honest, these Raycon earbuds were already at an amazing deal, but now when you factor in their Black Friday and Cyber Monday deal, the value is just insane. It's time to save big for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Go to buyraycon.com/Rayweather today to get up to 30% off site-wide. That's right, you'll get up to 30% off everything on Raycon's website if you go to buyraycon.com/Rayweather. The second big rumor for 26 is that we should be getting a trophy room. Now, this is something I'm pretty sure is going to be there because number one, I don't really look at this as something that would be too difficult to implement when you talk about other things like high school or just other things we're going to talk about on this list. Some of those things would definitely take more time and resources to implement, whereas a trophy room, I think, would be on the easier list of things that they could implement a lot quicker. And this is something that surprisingly a lot of people were upset that it wasn't in 25. People want to see the awards they've won with their players, the awards they've won as a team, as a coach. They want a trophy room to be able to look at all of this. And this is something that was on the survey, and a lot of people felt very strongly about this. And typically, when enough people feel very strongly about a certain feature, especially if it's something that is not super big and time consuming, usually EA does try to get that into the game. So I do think trophy room, from what I'm hearing, should be something to expect in 26. The third big rumor is something that I'm a little less confident about, but I definitely wanted to include it because I do think it's something that we could potentially be seeing, and that is create a stadium for Team Builder. Now, Team Builder was pretty solid for 25, the first game back. The website did have some issues that some people were running into at times. For sure, there were some bugs that were making it hard for certain people to create their teams, but that aside, the options that were there for the first year I thought were pretty good. The only really big main thing it was missing was the create a stadium. We had to choose from preset stadiums from other schools, which kind of ruins the immersion a little bit. I mean, there were some stadiums that had a more generic look that you could use for your team, but at the end of the day, the biggest thing here that is going to take this to the top is actually being able to create your own stadium. Now, this is something that we've been able to do in Madden in the past, and it's something we really haven't had available to us in a while. I have heard rumors, even dating back to 25, that this is something that they really wanted to work on. Will it be in 26, or will this be something that maybe comes in like 27? That is definitely possible, but I do know from all the rumors I've heard and just kind of knowing where they want to take Team Builder that this is something that is going to come at some point. Hopefully they can get that in for 26, but with there being a bunch of other things that they do need to get into 26, like high school, like trophy rooms, and a lot of other smaller things, this could potentially be something that is pushed into a later year, but I do think from what I've heard, there is a possibility we see this in 26. The fourth rumor I'm hearing kind of goes hand in hand with the first thing we talked about, but it's just a deeper Road to Glory experience altogether, which also incorporates storylines. Now, when you talk about storylines, some people get a little worried here because we've seen storylines in some of the previous Madden career modes that just weren't that good. We've seen them in 2K over the years that haven't been that good. A lot of people don't seem to like storylines. While there are some people that are interested in it and they like playing through a story, most people kind of want to create their own story. Now, I do think storylines have a place in these modes if done right. I think storylines need to be more like side quests instead of something that is driving you down a certain career path. If you implement it in that way, it's not so bad, but if you force people down one or two specific paths, then too many people are getting the same outcomes, and that's where it becomes a problem. But we do know overall a deeper Road to Glory is something we're going to see in 26. How deep is it going to be? We don't know. It's definitely something they're going to continue building out year in and year out. So in 28 and 29, it's obviously going to be way deeper theoretically than it is in 25 and 26, but it is something they're going to continue working on in 26 with high school and some deeper storylines and other little things that they might throw in there. And the fifth rumor that we've been hearing a lot of is real coaches coming to the game. This was not the biggest deal in the world that they weren't involved in 25, but there were a number of people that were kind of upset about this. But EA did say that real coaches would be coming sooner rather than later, and that for the first iteration of the game, their main focus was trying to get the NIL deals done for such a wide number of players and get all the teams and get their stadiums and get all the accuracies down pat for each individual program, which obviously took years and years. Now that all of that hard work is done, they can now focus on other things like coaches, or maybe even getting the FCS teams in the game at some point as well. That could also be coming in 26, though I haven't really heard too much of a rumor about that. But I would expect to see real coaches, at least some of them, if not all of them. We should be seeing a decent amount of the real coaches come in college football 26. Now, if you want to know about all of the absolute coolest things that you can do currently in college football 25, make sure to check out this video right here on the screen.